Welcome in, quick hitters. We just snuck out of Denver with a win. Got this series tied 1-1 going back to Miami. And if I told you I wasn't nervous in this ball game, I would be lying. First off, we started this game the right way. We got a good lead. We came out with energy, which everybody thought we would, but then we lost our way. When they started surging back into the game after we had that big lead, and next thing you know, they took the lead, and then we forgot how to play basketball for a while. We started turning the ball over a little bit. They made their run, and next thing you know, we're down 12, we're down 15, and I'm beside myself because I'm figuring out what is going on with Jimmy. I'm not even gonna really get too much into Jimmy. Only Jimmy knows what he's doing. But Jimmy almost cost us this ball game if it wasn't for his teammates. Now our three shot failed tonight, and that's the only thing that saved us. Did we play better defense? Oh yeah, we played a hell of a lot better defense. We got up into them, made them feel us a little bit. But the key thing we did was allow Jokic to be a scorer instead of a passer. We was willing to give him 60 points tonight if that was the case. But we didn't want him facilitating, getting everybody involved, or having a complete game where he's scoring and he's passing the ball. So he scored a good, 41 points tonight. Could have been 60. We wouldn't have cared, as long as his other teammates are not getting involved. And his counterparts, they struggled tonight. So yeah, when they went up 15 points, I was like, oh man, here we go. Here comes the parade. But Miami Heat settled themselves down and they gutted it out and was able to get back in this ball game. And when fourth quarter came, the game was tight. I just kept telling myself, okay, Jimmy, what we gonna do? What we gonna do, Jimmy? Even if you're not scoring, let's be aggressive. Draw the defense to you so we can kick out to our three-point shooters. I say when the game was real close, he was able to step up and knock down about 3 or 4 shots. When they was trying to make their push to get back in the ball game, it was well needed, and he lived up to his name, Jimmy Buckets. Because if he didn't hit those shots in crunch time or that big three in the corner, we'll be talking a different story here. So yeah, man, this game here was just all over the place. Yeah, we inserted Kevin Love. He was into the starting lineup. That was a big move. Did it show up on a stat sheet? I don't think so. But having a big body out there changed it up. They couldn't play that bully ball like they did in game 1. So having Kevin Love out there was huge for us, and he knocked down a few shots as well. Khalid Martin couldn't get it going. He struggled. I'm pretty sure him coming in the lineup and out of the lineup, that'll be tough on anybody. He just couldn't find his rhythm or have even enough shots to make a difference in this ball game. But Max Juice Strus, I want to give a shout out to him because he started it. He came out gunning early. He was off like nobody's business in game 1. And he was able to string together a couple of buckets, and he got the charge going. Then gave Vincent follow. What a big game by him stepping up in this ball game. And then here you go, Duncan Robinson. So the three-headed monsters in this game, the three-point shooters, they got off, and that was big and that was huge. Now Bam, oh man, Bam is a savior. Without Bam, we don't win this game at all. Bam done it all tonight. I mean, he was all around. He was the one who facilitated. He kind of played like Joker tonight, actually, without the big points and the big heavy rebounds. But he was setting up his teammates. He was hitting his jump shot. He was playing some defense, and he was rebounding. So we're gonna get into the stat sheet here in a minute. But Miami Heat, we snuck away in Denver. And yes, I'm gonna say snuck away. Because the way we was playing, we came out strong, and then we lit up a little bit and act like we couldn't play basketball. And then Denver pushed out to a 15-point lead. Looked like it was about to be a blowout. They had to gather themselves again, buckle it down, and narrow the gap and storm back into this ball game, because they could have easily let go of the rope themselves. And if they would have let go of the rope and going down 0-2, it would have been a good sight going back to Miami. So a big fight by Miami tonight, and you talk about pins and needles and a lot of pressure, a lot of nervousness. Because going into this game, I was a little nervous. Not because I didn't think Miami could win this game, because it was about what Bam's going to do. Is Jimmy going to play aggressive? Or our shooters going to have an on game coming off of game 1 when they couldn't hit anything? we're going to hit some shots in this ball game, because I knew if one or two of those things weren't going to happen, there's no way we was going to win this ball game. So when we started out in the first quarter, feeling good, okay, we got the energy and we got the lead, but then we start fumbling over the ball again, missing assignments, and next thing you know, they got right back in the game and then ultimately taking the lead. And when they took the lead, they went with it. They went on a run. The next thing you know, we're down double digits, almost getting 20-point blowout, and I'm like, oh man, not again. So we chipped and we chipped and we chipped, and we was able to get it back down enough in striking distance. We was able to fend them off when they tried to get back in the game, and Jimmy Buckets hit 2 or 3 jump shots that played a part in that. He got a couple of and ones as well. So that was big on him, man, coming through, because without that, it would have been extremely tough, and he might have had a lot of pressure on him losing this game, not being aggressive throughout the game. So yeah, big win in Denver. Heading back to Miami. I figure we got a little formula going. It'll be a little different when we go back to Miami. We'll play a little more energy. We're going to game plan some more. And I know one thing, what Eric Spoelstra did with Jokic, just basically just trying to let him score. Not like letting him score. He's going to score anyway. But shut down everything else. Don't let him have those high assists. Because if you have those high assists, then you got everybody rolling and you got him scoring. That's too much to deal with. So allow him to get 50 to 60 points with 4 or 5 assists. I'm with that. I'm with that formula. So that's real smart and brilliant on Eric Spoelstra, because you gotta pick your poison. You gotta pick your poison. And I'd rather just let this guy score. Just put a good body in front of him. Let him go one-on-one and close everything else off. That's our best bet in this ball game. And I think our experience can overtake them once it gets down to nut cutting time, especially in Miami. If we can go down there and grab both of them, oh man, it'd be beautiful. But if we happen to split, then we're going to have a series on our hands. Because it's back and forth stuff. I'm not really feeling that. But these are 2 great teams in the finals. They're there for a reason. Don't expect anything to be easy. But when we go to Miami, we need to really think about, can we get 2? Can we get both of them? If we can get both of them, we give ourselves a better chance heading back to Denver. So we're going to get into the box score. But yeah, I was nervous tonight, trust me. I was nervous, man. And I'm at the television just like, what is Jimmy doing? Really, Jimmy, what are you doing? But that's for another day. I can talk on Jimmy all day long. He'll have to figure that out. We was able to sneak one out tonight, but stuff like that can come back to bite you. And going back home feeling more comfortable in his own building, hope he realized he just come out aggressive and try to get this thing over with. But I do not like the game that Jimmy is playing. I don't. Yeah, he finished strong, picked it up, but I mean, what else he was going to do? Really, what else was he going to do in that situation? If he didn't show up, then all hell would have broke loose. And speaking of all that, Jimmy's got 9 assists. But yes, we get into the box score. 21 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds. He was 7 for 19 from the field, 2 for 5 from the 3-point line. He just relied on his teammates in this game, basically. I mean, he don't have enough shots for a guy that's facilitating. I mean, 9 assists, yeah, that's good, but if you're going to facilitate the whole game and the way our 3-point shot was going, don't seem like you're doing too much facilitating. Unless you just want to call them hockey assists. But it don't look too great to me. So Jimmy Butler in this game, I'm just going to give him a round of applause. And the only reason I'm going to give him a round of applause is because he hit those string of shots in crunch time coming down when we really needed them. At least he hit those. So he gets a round of applause. Kevin Love. I want to start off getting him a round of applause. Reason why? Because he came in and he mixed it up and he gave us a different look. And he might not have hit threes all over the place, which he was 2 for 6. But he had 10 rebounds. 10 rebounds and he had 2 steals to go with it. So yeah, round of applause for Kevin Love. We're going to go down here to Bam Adebayo. Finally, you came in aggressive on the offensive end. You strung together pretty much 2 games in a row being aggressive on offense. Maybe Spo got in your ear. I'm pretty sure you didn't take it upon yourself. Maybe your teammates, but you've been very aggressive in these 2 ball games early. Just thank you for that, because I've been begging for you. I know you can do that. I know you can score. Yes, you're a defensive player. Yes, you're supposed to be a rebounder. You didn't get double-digit rebounds in this game, but I'm not going to fault you for that because you've done everything else, especially without Jimmy stepping up. You had 21 points. You had 9 rebounds. You got yourself 2 blocks as well. And you was 8 for 14 from the field. I'm going to give you a star tonight. That's how much I appreciate your effort in this one. Because guarding the Joker, then you have to facilitate, then you have to score. I mean, you've done it all. And without your production, we do not win this ball game, even with the 3-point shooting we had. Max Juice Strus. Well, he came back off his bad game. That's what shooters do. They continue to shoot. He had 14 points. He even came in with 6 assists. He was 4 for 10 from the 3-point line. And basically, that's all he shot was threes. No 2s at all. So he must have been dreaming last night of those 3 shots that wasn't going down in game 1. And he came out of the gun. They designed some plays for him, and he didn't hesitate, and he just let it fly. And they was dropping for him. And it started a match for us. Once they started seeing that 3-point shot dropping, it loosened everything up. So Max Juice Strus, if I really could, I would give you a star, but I'm going to give you a round of applause. I got to save that star for somebody else. Gabe Vincent. Man, what a playoffs this guy has had. We ain't talking about just the finals. What a playoffs. And once again, that's another guy that's going to give him the money.
Yeah. Hold on. Shut down. Let's jump on this. Give me the money. Done talking. Give me the money. Yeah, my dog barking. Give me the money. Done talking. Give me the money. Give me the money. Hey, I check it's fine. 1S, 2 lines, that is the dollar sign. Hey, I check it's fine. 1S, 2 lines, that is the dollar sign.
Yeah, because we don't want to lose him. You have to pay this guy. A guy that comes down a stretch like him, hate to keep mentioning undrafted, but when you have a guy like that in the playoffs, producing, not scared, and not slow on the trigger, you got to give him what he's worth. He's almost beyond the role player at this point. You know, with Jimmy taking a back seat to his teammates, he's one of the main guys that steps up every game in, game out. 23 points by him. He had 2 steals as well. He was 4 for 6 from the 3-point line, 8 for 12 from the field. He was very efficient. Very efficient. He's very important for us. When his 3-shot is going, our offense look totally different. We actually can go win a ball game when he is shooting well. That's how big of a changer he is. Big game changer. We're going to go down to Duncan Robinson. That guy played big as well. He's going to get a round of applause. He pretty much finished the deal from the 3-point trio that we had out there on the floor. 10 points. He was 2 for 3 on his 3-point shooting. He was 4 for 5 from the field. So he didn't miss too much. And now he added that dribble drive game for when they go out and close out on his 3-point shot. He's able to get around and get to the paint area, mix it up a little bit. Last year he didn't do that too much. It was mostly just a jump shot, a couple of escape dribbles. But now he knows how to get into the paint area and mix it up. So big on him. So let's go check out the Denver Nuggets. We'll start with Aaron Gordon. 12 points, 7 rebounds, 2 for 2 for 3-pointers, and 5 for 7 from the field. He was efficient. He doesn't have a lot of volume. A little bit different. He wasn't that effective like he was in game 1. We made a conscious effort to make sure that wasn't going to happen. That's why Kevin Love was inserted into the starting lineup. So he couldn't play his bully ball. He actually had to play basketball. So he hit his 2 threes that he had, but other than that, he wasn't really that effective. He got 12 points. He got in double figures. So I guess you say good job for him. And he's not going to get a round of applause because if he would have had double-digit rebounding, I would have gave him a round of applause. But he had 12 points and he had 7 rebounds. Just big guys like that, to me, if you can't pull down 10 rebounds, I mean, you're not going to be favorable, in my opinion. You won't be favorable at all. That's why I'm so hard on Bam all the time. But Nikola Jokic. I don't want to butcher his name. I said Nikola, okay? Nikola Jokic, okay? Nikola Jokic. 41 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists is the big key, and that stat sheet for him, for us. 4 assists. We're talking about a guy who had 14 assists in game 1. Big difference. Big difference. 2 for 5 from the 3-point line and 16 for 28 from the field. But he was a superstar. He didn't quit. He kept battling. He saw what they were doing. He was like, they're going to play me one-on-one. I'm going to take the shots. And he took them and he made them. You know, we just shake his hand and send him on and say, great job. Because if we have to do that in every game the rest of this series, that's what we're willing to do. I'm not going to call out his stat line, but Caldwell Pope, that was another guy who played pretty big in game 1. Pretty much a no-show in this one. 18 points for Jamal Murray. We kept him out of the 20s. You know, what he had, 26 or something like that last ball game. So, you know, we cut that down a little bit. He had 10 assists. 3 for 8 from the 3-point line and 7 for 15 from the field. So we cut his water off as well, too. And a big 3-point shot that he missed at the buzzer. Could have went in, could have not have went in. Would have tied the game, he would have dropped it. A lot of them talking that Coach Malone should have called a timeout. It could have been either or, but if he hit the shot, then nobody would be talking about it. He should have called a timeout. But like I say, he got his stars out there, and sometimes you just let the stars roll with it. And I'm pretty sure Malone at that point was like, we ain't played well enough to win this game anyway. Y'all got us in the hole, get us out of the hole. So he just let them go ahead and run it. And they missed the shot. And like I say, I really believe we snuck away with a win tonight. Yes, we played a hell of a ball game, but this is a hell of a team. And we made a few mistakes in this game, you know, by getting a lead and giving it up and then having to battle back from near blowout to fight back to ultimately win the game. So yeah, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. So yeah, we got away with one. Because the way we were rolling, we should have blown them out once we jumped out that first quarter and took off from the gates. But, you know, we got to make everything hard. Oh yeah, we got to make everything hard. Bruce Brown, he has 11 points. He came in for a nice game. He had 5 rebounds as well. He was 1 for 3 from the 3-point line, 4 for 9 from the field. But Bruce Brown not expected for much, but he can give you anything. He had 2 steals as well. But 11 points, he got in double digits. He's not looked at one of the guys to score as much himself, but any role player that can get double digits can get a round of applause if you're not looked at as a high tier kind of role player like Contavious Caldwell Pope. Now, he has 11. He has a bad game. He didn't even have 11 tonight. He had 6, by the way, folks. I'm just calling him out because they need him. He was one of the key players, and he wet the bed. And I'm glad he wet the bed.
Oh, that's not good.
And that ends it for them. They have 4 guys in double figures. And Miami Heat had, 5 guys as well? Yeah. Our numbers just look a little better than theirs because, like I said, it was G.S.Q.H all night. G.S.Q.H was a standout for their ball club. He had all the action going. But we was able to get 3 guys over 20. And that was big for us. So that does it for the box sheet. Heading back to Miami. We got to come with the same energy, but just like Coach Malone said with his ball club, we got to do it 48 minutes. 48 minutes. Not 36, not 24. We have to play 48 minutes. Non-stop. And that's how you blow people out. And that's how you get teams to let go of the rope. So we snuck out tonight. It feels good. The job's not done. We got to go down to Miami. We got to take care of business. We can't let our foot off the gas pedal when we get there. We got to be thinking in our minds to take this team out right now. We're not looking to split when we go to Miami. Nobody's looking to split. It's a hell of a ball club. If they do split, they split. But in our mind, going down there, we're looking to grab 2. We're looking to grab 2 starting on Wednesday. So, hell of a ball game. This G.S.Q.H. Y'all have a hell of a night. And what a finals, right? What a finals. Jimmy Butler, get it together. That's all I got to say. Get it together. And we out of here. Peace.